my name is Tish. I've never done one of these videos before, so please bear with me. If I make a mistake or stumble over my words, bear with me. But I'm coming to you in reference to this book that I've been reading. It's actually a 30-day devotional. It's called Wife After God. You can get the devotional book off Amazon.com, and they have two different versions. They have the actual book, or you can get the digital version. I got the digital version. It's a Kindle format, but you can always download the Kindle app on your device and get the book. Before I really get into what the book has done for me, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself and my marriage. I've been with my spouse for 10 years now, and we've been married 7 of those 10 years. And during the course of our marriage, we've had a lot of ups and downs. And for so long, those ups and downs that we've been going through, I thought that it was my husband's fault as to why we aren't where we should be. Because you see, God has a purpose for our marriage, and we haven't quite been living that purpose that He has for our marriage. And I just blame my husband for so long, and I'm like, well, if you do this, then this will happen, or if you do this, then this will change. And for so long, I noticed that He's changing, but our circumstances weren't changing. And I'm like, God, why are we still here? Why haven't we quite moved forward? And God gently told me, Tish, you have to change. And that really hurt, because I'm thinking, what? I'm perfect, right? You know? And then as God started revealing some things to me, my life began to change, and my eyes are starting to change towards my husband. You see, throughout our marriage, I've put up this wall of shame. Bam, my husband's trying to get through all my shame. He's trying to get through all the guilt, all the condemnation, this wall that I've built up, all the mistakes that I've made. I've just built this wall up, and he can't get in. And God is showing me that it's not for my husband to tear down these walls, it's for me to let them down. And I am just so thankful to God for showing me who I am, because for so long I wasn't realizing who I belonged to. And I belong to a king. My Father is the Father of this universe. And my Father created this universe, and He created me. And He did not create me from scraps. And He didn't create me in just like that. I mean, He really took His time when He designed me. When he designed my characteristics, when He designed who I was going to be, He just took His time with me, and I thank God for it. Anyway, I have a little note thing here that I'm going to look at. So things that have been hindering us from where we are supposed to be is my attitude, the disrespect, the never wanting to apologize, and I want him to apologize first, or you know, all hell's going to break loose in my household. And so this book, it's a 30-day devotional. And every day you read the devotional, which is she'll give you a scripture, and then she'll give you a thought. And then after the thought, there's a prayer at the end of it. And then there's a status update, there's a challenge, and there's 3 journal questions. And I love every part of that. I love the challenge because the challenges are proactive. You can't just sit back and say, oh, I mean, just do these. You really have to be proactive when it comes to these challenges if you're really into it. And the journal questions just really help you to really think about why certain things are happening. So I'm on day 5's challenge. And day 5's challenge was to go the extra mile for your spouse. Now, for me, going the extra mile was really hard because I've been spiritually drained. There's no energy. I have a 2-month-old. I have a 3-year-old. I'm running around after her. And I mean, there's just no energy. I'm absolutely drained. And I said, God, I woke up this morning and I'm like, God, I don't have any energy to go a mile. I can't even go a quarter of a mile. And this challenge is asking me to go the extra mile. I don't know what to do. And then I thought about the dry bones in Ezekiel 37, and how Ezekiel had this vision, and in this vision there was a valley of dry bones, and he spoke the bones together, and he spoke the flesh to wrap around the bones, and he spoke breath into the bones, and then it just became all alive. And it was very symbolic, because when you feel like all hope is gone, when you feel like there's nothing left but God, he can change any circumstance. He can change any situation that you're in. And I just started speaking life into my situation, and I just started speaking life into my heart and into my soul. And I just started declaring that I am wonderful to you, God. Thank you for being so kind to me and so wonderful to me, God. And as kind as you are and as patient as you are with me, God, can you please help me to be that same way towards my husband? Even if he doesn't deserve it, God, I need you to literally come into my spirit and arise these dry bones. And I just got this boost of energy. It was just amazing. It was great. And I just love God for it. So I got up out of bed and I went into the kitchen. But when I saw the kitchen, I forgot that my husband and I had been playing that silent game around the house as to who's going to wash the dishes. So day one go by, I'm not saying that I want him to wash them, but I'm saying without washing them that I want him to take care of it. And he wasn't doing it, and then I wasn't doing it, so I want to cook him food. But if you're a wife or a woman in general, you know that you don't cook food with like piles of dishes on your countertops and on your stove, old stuff, just nasty. I mean, it was just like, ugh. So I just prayed to God, and I said, God, please calm my spirit and help me to just do what you have called me to do, and that's to be a good wife to my husband. And so I just started cleaning up, and because he gets up at 5:45 in the morning. For the past 7 years that we've been married, I maybe gotten up once to make him breakfast. I just popped some bagels in the toaster. I gave him some fruit and some juice. And we just sat in the kitchen that morning and talked. And it blessed my spirit. And when you look at people through the eyes of God, there's something that changes inside of you. And my vision now, when I look at my husband, I'm starting to slowly, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I hit the mark every time. But I do understand that he is a child of God, and he is the leader of my household. He is wonderful. And when you start really thinking about people through the eyes of God, there's a change that happens within you. The walls that you built will start to tear down. And in closing, I just want to encourage any wives out there that even if you're not struggling in your relationship, I really do believe that Wife After God really is a blessing, and it's an amazing book, and it's helping to change my view with my marriage and my husband, and it's getting me closer to God just because of the different things that she's telling you to do as a challenge, and the prayers are just powerful. So as I'm thinking I'm growing closer to my husband, I'm really getting a lot closer to God. And I have to start digging down and researching, and it's all these things inside of me that I've been wanting to work on. This is helping me to do that. So again, it's Wife After God. It's by Jennifer Smith, and you can go to Amazon.com to purchase her book. I hope that this video either blessed you or at least convinced you, if you're a wife, to read this book, especially if you're a wife like me who is you're almost at the end. I mean, any little thing, you can have 7 good days, but let that one bad day come. It could change your whole view as to, should I have even gotten married? Did I make the right decision? And this book just brings you to a place that is beautiful. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening.